Hello folks, Miss32 here with Let's Play Runaway the Dreams the Turtle. I'm gonna talk about the codex again quick. You noticed my updates are up now about debut and AVI demox and all that. I thought I could do that in those videos, but I have to do it here as well. Apparently, because it just gets weirder and weirder. When I record something with the H264 lossless codec, YouTube still can't handle it. I have to put them through AVI demox and compress them, and then they'll work. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you can see I am looking at the number pad, so let's see what Brian has to say about it.
It's used to open the door, I bet.
Haven't done this before.
No, I have enough experience with these number pads to know you can't guess the password at random.
That we do.
The realism in the clouds is evocative and surprising. Jules Verne's Mystery Island by Frankie Spoonover. Man, whoever designed this room must have been a big Jules Verne fan, because if I'm not mistaken, that boat over there is Captain Nemo's Nautilus.
And fun fact, Jules Verne talked about the principle of a submarine years before it was actually possible. So, yeah, I know stuff.
2,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. I wonder if it's some sort of elevator. Let's see what happens when I press this button.
And cutscene.
Isn't that...
Yes, it is. It's Sushi Douglas.
Sushi!
Brian! You finally woke up.
It's amazing to see you again.
No, I'm the one who's excited. So how are you feeling?
Well, a bit nervous, because besides the whole Gina problem, the soldiers and the Trantonite, I can't even remember how I got here. The truth is, I don't even know where we are.
Ha ha ha. I got here this morning, but from what Rutger told me about last night, I'm not surprised your memory is shot. And as for the Trantonite, everything has been fixed. You don't have to worry about a thing.
So I'm just gonna go do something else. What?
Let me explain. It turns out that a man flying in some bizarre device was painted inside a tomb within the ancient Mayan ruins of Palenque. It's so weird, it looks like a spaceship. So much so that people call it the astronaut of Palenque. As soon as I found out, I took off for Palenque. The stone has to be there. The first thing they told me when I got there is that the tomb was robbed more than 5 centuries ago. 5 centuries! Finding the stone was going to be impossible. Luckily, they gave me a hot contact, Paco, a Spanish student obsessed with the whole topic, and he just happened to be working at the temple ruins then. So nobody knows where it might be now? I mean, whatever was inside that tomb?
Don Inigo de Malantuñez y Gagnon. Search for him.
Where can I find him?
No idea. Probably at the bottom of the sea, since he was one of the cruelest pirates of the 16th century. Nobody knows how his galleon, the Orion, managed to survive the harshest tempests, or come out unscathed from battles with much better armed vessels. Legend even has it that his ship's figurehead shined like the sun. However, his sailors are sure it was all thanks to a lucky charm made of stone. An awesome object that Malantuñez supposedly found in his youth.
And now you're going to tell me the miraculous item came from that robbed grave, right?
You are right. I've been researching, and it appears that as a kid, Captain Malantunes worked for the conquistador Hernan Cortez. He had the bad fortune of falling in love with Malinche, who was none other than his commander's lover. Cortez challenged him to a duel, ripped out his eye, and left him in the jungles of Chiapas, fewer than 30 miles from the city of Palenque.
So you're suggesting that Malantunes stole something from the grave, which protected him for the rest of his life? Very interesting. But how can I find his trail?
There's evidence that in 1564 he stole the map of the Manila route, the Spanish crown's best-kept treasure. It could have made him richer than the king himself. After that, his trail is lost. Perhaps he set sail for the Philippines. But if you're so interested, why don't you go look in the archives of the Indies?
I had heard that everything written on Spain's colonies in the Americas could be found in the archives of the Indies in Seville, Spain, and that even professional treasure hunters go there to locate sunken galleons. So I expressed my gratitude to Paco and vamoosed to Seville.
You're unbelievable, Sushi.
Hold on, the hardest part had yet to begin. I'm accustomed to breaking passwords and codes, pushing a button and getting quick results. But when I saw the work I'd have to do in Seville...
Okay, I'm gonna cut it here so I can actually check these videos instead of making like 15 minutes and realizing that it's a pile of shit. So I'll be right back with you folks.